spurt. I mean, they worked. These guys are going to be given their final down and back. Austin Swann, Riley Brewster. Austin comes in as the 23rd seed. He's thrown out of the red lane, and Riley Brewster, you see him with his earbuds in, thrown out of the blue lane. The number 5 seed fighting to square off against Austin Cameron. No surprise to anyone, who's going to be in the king seat for the juniors division.
Yeah, you can never count Austin Cameron. I'm never betting against Austin Cameron in the junior
never
division.
Have.
I never will either.
You never have. Now, for those who don't know, and you and I have been doing these matches together now on Stadium for a number of majors, you make what we call time to fill. You make your own prognostication when we run our Taco Tuesday episodes, TACO, Talking ACO. Share again with the folks at home some of the different projections that you made. Who did you choose for seniors? Remind me.
I thought I picked Johnny Thomas.
I thought you did too.
But I didn't have somebody in the top 3, so, I'm happy.
Yeah.
And
well, you're never going to bet on yourself. That's always bad luck.
No,
right
it
there,
is bad luck. So
you can know it, but you can't show it.
I had Austin Cameron here, and Amber Fretwell, who is not in the women's final.
Yeah, interesting.
Maddie McBride coming through, and she's going to be playing in the elimination bracket.
Yep.
The Childers, Shane Childers' wife.
Mm-hmm. Brandy?
Man, she is I watched her out there a few times out there finish. She was smoking
Lights
everybody. Out. I mean, she beat Tammy Williams, and you know how good Tammy Williams is, and it wasn't even a close game.
Quite a fighter.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, right now we focus on Augusta, Georgia's own Austin Swann. I think he walked over here to get here this weekend. Riley Brewster, another Alabama product, and Austin Cameron waits in the wings out of Front Royal, Virginia, SVC, the aforementioned Tammy and Junior Williams division. So congratulations again to Johnny Thomas. And, he said he loves the competition against you because you are, and then he finished by saying so easy. And then I'm like, he goes, to play against and play with. Of course, not to beat.
You know what? He's such a good dude. And, you always talk good about him. But he wins, but he's a fine individual, too. And so
just a good man, and he is our seniors champion. So
absolutely.
Congratulations to Johnny, and again, another fine center court effort from you, my friend. And glad to have you back. Phil Barnett, the Mississippi Ninja, will be here with me in the booth. Jordan Lascalette, a.k.a. Jay Boogie, did a nice job of calling the match in your stead, and we'll look forward to lots of great action both tonight and again tomorrow night starting at 7 p.m. here on the Stadium Sports Network.
I appreciate Jay Boogie stepping over here. Want to give me a chance to go out there and play.
Mm-hmm.
So
nicely done there. Yeah. And the knot is tied back up at 2 now between Austin Swann and Riley Brewster. Riley, a young player who we've seen quite a bit of as we've rolled down sort of the eastern part of the country. And Austin Swann, a name that I believe we have called both in Panama City Beach.
We called him. He was
quite
throwing
often.
With Brandon Gregory in the doubles, and I did not pick him in the juniors. He gets in his own head sometimes. I've noticed that about him, but he can play now. Riley Brewster, he took Panama City field down.
Mm-hmm. He sure did, and he plays out of Heart of Dixie. He's been playing only about, I'm going to say maybe 18 months, which is crazy because it shows you, and we talked a little bit about this in your matches, if you think you've got game and you want to take it from the backyard to the center stage and center court, this is the place to do it. And you look at somebody like Riley, he's got the confidence. He's got, these kids have got, and I say kids with all due respect, but they're young and they have got ice in their veins. It's crazy.
They don't think. They just throw.
They just throw.
And they invent shots. I had the blind draw over here earlier, and the guy's name skips me, but his last name was Brown, and he hit some shots.
Oh, Aiden Brown, yeah.
Aiden Brown, man, he hit some shots out there when I played him in the blind draw, and I'm going, holy crap, how did he do that?
Uh-huh.
And that's all these juniors are that way now.
Yeah, they invent one if they need one. And part of what I talked to Johnny about after winning is the shots he needed. When he called upon them, they were there.
Yeah.
But these guys will just come in here, and I say guys, but the young female players as well just come in and they will just invent a shot that you don't even think exists, and they'll come in and use it against you, and they'll use it at will.
Man, these juniors, and they are sprouting up everywhere, not just here. Every regional, they're all getting better.
There will come a day when our king or queen of cornhole, our singles world champion, will be a junior, and that year very well could be this year.
I totally agree with that, Finn. And I think somebody under 18 will win.
And Riley takes a point and also takes that first bag back and decides to play a little defense. I'm sorry, Austin does.
Yeah.
And then Riley follows up with a lower block. Oh, up and over. Nice bag.
Austin does like to block and shoot.
Well, that's exactly what he did. And
Riley right back at him. Come on.
Yeah, how about that? And now it's just going to be an air show.
Yeah, I like it.
Good grip. Good rip.
Up
and off the backside of the hole, and here comes another one up and over the top. Oh, boy, and just a little bit off left. Now, will he going to do it again?
And just a wash. Just a wash. How about an exciting wash at that?
That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one right there. And I think the two least excited people in the room about what just happened, those two.
Yeah. Both of them going, man, I could have grabbed two right there.
I should have had that. The Reynolds Typhoons in the hands of Austin Swann, the Viper and Carnage, not unlike what Johnny was throwing in the seniors, in the hands of
a couple of air fails at the end there.
Riley Brewster. Yeah, the air fail. I heard you talking about that earlier in the Hampton Farms big blind draw. There's a low push right there, and that did him no justice right there. One off the back and one teetering down.
There's that get around.
That was a good shot, but he did put the bag, actually, for Austin a chance to go push it and try to collect it. He missed it, but that get around did do him a little favor. Will he do it again?
No, he just hangs in there.
And it drips in off the backside. Yeah. A little scuba shot right there, and that changes things dramatically. 9-3, Riley Brewster up over Austin Swann. And, Austin's dad got him started. Riley's dad got him started. And, we've talked about so many of the growth in the women's division in this sport is from playing with boyfriends, husbands, so on and so forth, and then just becoming dominant in the relationship. It is great to see this become generational.
Oh, it's it. And I think it's only going to grow more, Finn. There's so many tournaments and so many things to do where the tournaments are, and it's just become a family-oriented sport, and it's fun to watch it.
Well, and I think, too, it's great because nothing points to what you just said and illustrates that better than the fact that we're going to be gathering the last week of July in Branson, Missouri. Now, you want to talk about a place where you can come down and make 2 weeks out of a 1 week. You can. You've got old school Branson. If you like to go to the shows, you got new school Branson along the river. Riley posts a 4 spot up on top of that 9. 13-3 is his lead. But I'll tell you, you're not going to find a better place for the ACO family to gather, compete, and just have a great time. We had a great time in Bradenton last year.
Yes.
Really, really looking forward to being back in Branson this July.
Yeah, Branson is a great place. I mean, there's so much to do, so many shows, so much stuff for the kids to do. So bring them all.
Absolutely.
And let's have a good time for a whole week.
All right, so there's a couple of them stacked up and pinched, but I feel like if Riley really wants to drive this down the center, he should be able to do it or go. He's not going to. Yeah, he's going to drive it all.
Yeah, he does, and he just cleans everything up.
Collects it all. Nicely done, and Austin has nothing there he can do except say, I'll take that space you built for me, and I'll use it.
Yeah.
Nice bag there to move Austin out of the way, and Austin, and he circles the drain and drops it in 15-3.
I'm glad to see Austin keeping his cool. I've seen him when he before, and a lot of juniors do this because maybe their maturity level is not up at where it should be. Get mad, and those bags
get slammed around a little bit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, I will tell you the number of times that I've compared this sport to golf moves beyond just the shot making and just the winning. It has everything to do with that. And going out and playing with my father and wrapping clubs around trees and throwing them into lakes and snapping them over my knees. And he just looked at me and goes, if you think that's going to help your golf game,
it's not.
It isn't. And he goes, and guess what? Guess who's going to want to play with you?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's exactly how this goes. We've seen people that have had personalities that just do not mesh with the rest of this group here, and they are GONE of their own accord or otherwise.
That's right. That's right. And we try to make this a family atmosphere.
Sure.
And your behavior should
reflect.
Should reflect that. You're exactly right.
That's a nice first bag right up there to take the right side of the hole. Austin places what might have been an intentional blocker, but that certainly was intentional right there from Austin.
That's what Riley tries to do here. He got a
Get
couple,
around.
Yeah.
Does he have that roll shot? I don't. I see him grip.
There
he
he
gets
goes.
that butterfly grip.
And he did.
Oh,
He
tried
did it, and it stays up on top.
Oh my goodness! It sat up high. I can't even see what's going on right now. Is there any hole available?
It might be a little bit.
It almost feels like that one's just waiting to fall back.
There it is.
And there it is. Yep.
And he could really put some pressure on Austin Ray if he can get both the bags go.
He stepped out to the very edge of the pitcher's box. Oh, nicely collected. Good Lord, nicely collected. Well done. And Austin is able to collect a couple there on his own, and that's just going to increase Riley's lead just a little bit, but he really did a nice job right there grabbing that bag from the right-hand side and following it in. But just completely nonplussed. Just going to throw his hair back behind his ears, and Austin's just spinning his bag like it's just another day at the office. And there you have it.
Austin has really kept his cool really good in this game, even though he's been off. And the score is not in his favor. He's done a really good job, and I'm glad to see that, too.
Yeah, it is nice to see. I would tell you, too, he has changed something has Austin in his regimen, too. Yeah. He looks healthier than last I saw him, too. He looks like he's just got more oomph to his overall carriage, which is great. Oh, how about that shot? Are you kidding me?
Austin
says, I'm just going to toss it up and give it up. But I'll tell you what, it's nice when you can just throw one away and it goes in the hole. Yeah. How about that? Nicely done. Austin Swann falls to Riley Brewster 21-3. But I'll tell you what, it was a fun match to watch. And now, for his efforts, Riley has earned the right to face off against Austin Cameron.
How about that consolation prize?
ACO